Shadow Chronicles, the Sultan's Debt. It was recorded as one of the most severe famines that hit the region in over 4 decades. The farmers tried their best to cultivate the land, yet to no hope. And soon enough, the time for tax collection came again. The Sultan had sent his warning, but no matter what, the ground remained barren, no production to spare. So, for the 3rd time, the man would return back, empty-handed. Back at the palace, unease occurred. The best advisers were summoned to explain. The unfortunate situation had to be considered, but no matter what, the last word belonged to the Sultan. He had heard enough. "Go," he said, "send word for the ship." Although they advised to give the people some more time, that was an order. Pondering at his chambers, news would first reach the oldest prince. News that would make him head fast to the harbor where his brothers would be waiting. And so they sailed away. The mission was to be kept secret, and few were those who knew about it. The duty it was given was a massive responsibility, but the water was calm and the sky was clear, and so they approached the island. 4 men jumped on a boat, one as a guard to stay behind, and the 3 the Sultan's sons. Following the instructions, the oldest would lead them ahead. There it lay, just as Father had said. Behind that bush laid what they had come for. A chest camouflaged as a shrub in the middle of nowhere. After confirming that the gold wasn't stolen, the brothers picked it up and silently headed back. The Sultan's orders were going to a neighboring kingdom and purchasing loads of goods, as much as they could carry back with them. And a grand purchase they did. When night came, the Sultan had gathered some of his most trusted guards, and so they heard their ruler's speech, followed up by the order of heading out the next morning. Marching through the countryside, the troops followed the path to the village. They were first spotted by the local watchman on his tower. Since most of the villagers had never seen a soldier, they didn't know what to make of the situation. But the horse wagon gave it away. The tax collection was due again. Anxious, a man brought forth all they had. Then happened nothing. All of a sudden, he had one more bag to carry. The fact was that the eldest prince was there in person. To their surprise, the villagers started receiving instead of sharing, and it brought them major happiness. Old and young being grateful, for this was really unexpected. Amidst all of that cheering, the prince remembered to send the news to the Sultan, who was anxiously waiting. He was so eager to hear the results. But the duty he had given his son wasn't over. The whole afternoon the prince traveled from village to village in order to distribute the provisions, until there was nothing left. And so the courageous prince would fulfill his father's task with a breath of relief.
My Sultan, I'm grateful that you agreed to see me. I was wondering, was it wise sending all three of your sons to the secret
The
location?
mere worldly treasure is enough to spark a dispute between my heirs. Then none of them is fit to rule.
Oh, very wise indeed, my Sultan. I'm content to hear this, and I shall now make my leave. With your permission,